Aotearoa, New Zealand has a population of 4.4 million people. 1 million of those people are children and young people. We're a young nation. A quarter of our population is aged under 14 years. Poverty is the greatest threat to the human rights of children and young people in New Zealand. Maori and Pacifica children are twice as likely to suffer from extreme poverty and much more likely to suffer from persistent poverty. The New Zealand government must enact legislation to tackle child poverty. This must include indicators of poverty and targets to reduce poverty. The government must also report to Parliament on these targets and indicators annually. New Zealand has the 5th worst child abuse rates in all of the OECD. On average, 1 child dies here every 5 weeks. The government must commit significant new money to prevention, treatment and recovery programs for victims of child abuse. At any one time, there are 5,500 children in the care of the state in New Zealand. 2,500 of those children are in residential or non-kinship care. The frequent movement of these children risks their education and secure home life. Worst of all, most will be dumped from care before their 17th birthday, while they're still children according to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. This is a terrible failure to care for this most vulnerable group of children in New Zealand. Government policy discriminates against young employees through the starting out wage. It denies most children's rights to be heard in their own families' court cases, and it refuses to raise the age of criminal responsibility from age 10 to an internationally acceptable age. To ensure that the human rights of children and young people are not ignored, a permanent mechanism must be established for monitoring and reporting on all of New Zealand's human rights obligations. That mechanism must be at the heart of government.